Hey Discmaniacs, the MD3 is back, and now in a new C-line plastic. Let's take a look at this go-to mid-range. Hey you guys, what's up? Andrew Castro here. Today we're looking at the all-new MD3 that's now manufactured by Discmania in their facility in Sweden. This is in that new Italian C-blend plastic that they've been talking about. So let's jump right in, you guys, and take a look at this thing. I'm super stoked on sharing this disc with you guys. This is now being manufactured by Discmania in their new facility in Sweden, which they just announced this year. They also announced that they were going to be releasing a new blend of C-line plastic, which was now being sourced from Italy. When getting this thing in the hand, the first thing we're going to notice, if you didn't catch it, is the update in flight numbers. The flight numbers have now been updated to 5501. This plastic looks and feels amazing, you guys. It reminds me of that older Jolly Launcher plastic, has ridiculous clarity, feels great, there's a good grip to it, but it's not like grippy. The profile is nice. There's like a slight mild dome, like kind of flat. It just feels really comfortable in the hand. And to me, there's no difference in how this newer MD3 feels compared to the old one. So this should be no problem to get this disc and trust in it like you did with your old MD3s. Getting out there and throwing these, I was really excited to. I love the MD3. It's a workhorse mid-range in my bag. And, you know, I was just really excited to test these. I got out there, I was throwing these around like 75% power, getting around like 290 to 310, you know, really making sure that I can execute and hit the lines that I want to really test this disc out. So getting out there and throwing these on a Hyzer, it did just what I expected an MD3 to do on a Hyzer release. It flipped up nicely, pushed forward with that glide that we all expect from an MD3, and then had a pretty good finish at the end. I was really kind of surprised to see the stability with a fade rating of 1. So to me, these are more like a 1.5 to a 2, especially on these prototypes. So the consistency on these Hyzer shots was there for sure. Throwing these on a nice straight line, this did what I expected it to. It pushed straight with a lot of glide, just pushing forward, and then at the end had a nice fade that was very well welcomed. I noticed that when, you know, getting on these flat, it didn't really want to turn. It just kept pushing forward and then would still have a nice fade at the end. So that was very awesome to see. When throwing these on an Anhyzer release, I was looking at two things, you know, on the Anhyzer shots, really looking at the flex line and also, you know, turnover line. So for the flex, it did really good. It, you know, had a nice little turn to the right, pushed forward, and then you can see it fighting out right at the end to have a nice fade. Putting these on like a turnover line, if you really wanted to get on these to have it turning to the right with a small amount of finish or even fading like forward, you could really do that with this disc. If you wanted it to hold that right turn, you could do that. If you really got on it or forced it over, I found myself noticing that I was forcing this over if I really wanted to turn out of it, and that's not something I would really do with the MD3, but if you are using it for that, I noticed that you could execute that shot. Overall, I had a blast throwing the MD3, you guys. I mean, I already love that mold, and then testing it in the brand new Italian C-blend plastic was just so much fun. This disc still has everything that I expect out of the MD3. Nice glide, a nice easy finish. It feels comfortable in my hand. So, I mean, there's not much more than I can ask from them, you guys. They're now making the MD3. They got their own new plastic, so I'm way too stoked on this, you guys. Hopefully you guys are just as excited I am to get your hand on one of these. Don't sleep on them when they drop, you guys. Make sure you pick one up. So yeah, there you have it. The all-new MD3 from Discmania, you guys. Make sure you check them out. Hopefully you guys are able to play some disc golf, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.